Today I'm going to answer the question, would I purchase these Apple products again? This is not a review video because in a review I would give you the specifications, the pros and cons, and finally make a recommendation as to whether or not if you should spend your hard-earned money on these products. So I'm going to put my money where my mouth is, and I'm just going to give you my opinion as to whether or not if I would purchase these items again. So I'm going to be talking about the iPhone, the HomePod mini, the iPad, my MacBook Air, and finally the Apple Watch. So sit back, enjoy the video, and yeah, let's just go through it. I've been taking my YouTube channel seriously since December of 2022 when I uploaded my M1 MacBook Air review. Every video since then, including this one, has been shot on the iPhone 12. Not the iPhone 12 Pro or the Pro Max, just the standard iPhone 12 with 128 gigabytes of built-in storage. And fortunately, I picked out the right amount of storage for this phone because I have all of my photos on it, my music is on the phone, and finally all of the video files are on this phone. And it fits perfectly in 128 gigabytes. So I didn't overspend on storage, but I got a phone with a decent camera for all of the videos on my channel. It plays back my music and I have my photos on the go. So everything that I need and everything that I do with this phone is done well. It works great on the iPhone 12, and because of that, I would definitely buy it again. The HomePod minis are the worst Apple product that I currently own. So I had low expectations coming into this. All I wanted to do was watch movies using the HomePods. I wanted to stream music from my iPhone and my Mac, and I wanted to use these speakers as monitors for when I edit in Final Cut Pro. The biggest issue with the HomePods as a whole is the fact that there is a 2 to 3 second audio delay between the time when you press play on the media file and when you actually start seeing motion on the screen. There is a noticeable delay whenever I play back, say, a Blu-ray movie that I ripped from my own collection, or even if I'm just trying to watch normal YouTube videos coming from my MacBook. So every time that you press play, there's that delay. There's a way to get around it in VOC Media Player when I watch my Blu-ray titles, but outside of that, these are impossible to edit with. There's no way that I can use these in Final Cut Pro to edit videos, and because of that, it basically fails in almost every way possible as to what I expected from these speakers. The only reason why I'm not really mad about it is because the sound that does come out of it when they do work does sound really good. But outside of that, these are definitely the worst product that I currently own from Apple. The iPad Air 4 has let me down in so many ways. First, this is a very expensive product. If you purchase it directly from Apple brand new, you're going to be spending $600 for 64 gigabytes of storage. Now, 64 gigabytes on such an expensive item is really inexcusable. And I try to purchase all of my Apple products certified refurbished. So even with that refurbished discount, I still spent $470 for my iPad Air 4, once again with 64 gigs of storage. Now, the worst part about this iPad is out of the box, it really is almost unusable. And the biggest problem that I had with it is the keyboard. Because once you get this iPad, you're going to be typing on a flat sheet of glass. There's zero tactile feedback. And most of the time, I'm having to second guess myself as to whether or not I did the right typing on the keyboard. So to alleviate that, to ensure the most compatibility and by getting the best typing experience possible, I had to pick up the Magic Keyboard. And once again, the Magic Keyboard is not a cheap item. So instead of going for $470 for a refurbished item, now that I have to get the keyboard, this product is going to cost me over $700. And I find that to be absolutely inexcusable considering the fact that you're already paying $470 at a discount and the typing experience is so poor, I have to purchase another accessory. The other reason why this product lets me down so badly is because it really is just a content consumption device. So I'm going to watch YouTube on it, I'm going to watch other videos from different websites, I'm going to check my email, and that's about it. I'm not going to do any content creation, even if it did have the M1 chip, I still wouldn't use an iPad to run Final Cut Pro or DaVinci Resolve. So because of all of these issues that I have on it, especially considering that I had to buy an extra accessory just to make it user accessible to me, and because of the fact that I'm so limited in what I can do with the iPad, and I don't want to purchase $100 Apple Pencil to use it either. So because of all of these things and what little value I get out of the box, I'm going to say the iPad Air 4 is a definite hard pass. Let's talk about the M1 MacBook Air. Now, I've said many times in the past that the M1 MacBook Air is the best computer I have ever owned. And the reason why I'm so in love with this machine is because I bought this computer about 3 years ago at this point. And even today, it's almost as fast today as it was when I first took it out of the box. And it's powerful enough so I can do all of my edits in Final Cut Pro. So I'll import my footage, I'll do the edits, I'll do the export. And even though this system is 3 years old at this point, it still handles, it gives me enough speed, it's powerful enough, and there are no complaints at all when it comes to editing in Final Cut using this MacBook Air. It's dead silent. I love the fact that there are no fans in this and it doesn't overheat. The M1 chip is very power efficient, so it's not going to overheat, unlike some other computers out there. And because it doesn't have a fan, I mean, I'm not distracted at all, even when I'm doing heavy edits over in Final Cut. So I cannot say enough good things about the M1 MacBook Air. Of course, this is a definite buy again. Even if I were to buy one today in 2024, I would still consider the M1 MacBook Air as a viable option because it is the best value computer. You can get it for $750 on sale from Amazon. It's always on sale. So I got to say that this is probably the best value Mac that Apple still currently makes. The Apple Watch Series 8 is something of a sleeper device because I didn't think I would be using it as much as I am. Now, before I would get off of work and I would go skating around the tennis courts or the basketball courts, I would load all of my music directly onto the watch and I would stream it up and pair it up with my AirPods Pro 2. So just being able to skate around the court and listening to all of your favorite music, it basically feels like you're something like in your own skate video. And it is such a magical experience to have all of your music coming off of your watch and you're just listening to the best beats and just skating around and just having a really great time. So that is probably the most magical experience that I have with this watch. But even beyond that, I also use this as the remote control for the camera in my iPhone so I can start and stop the video. So that's something that I use very often. It can track your steps. Basically, all the great things that make the Apple Watch good. It really does. It does a really good job. I really don't have too many issues with it. And just day in, day out, it's a pretty solid device. So I'm going to say that, yes, definitely. The Apple Watch, at least the Series 8, because I did have the Series 5 and the Series 0 way before that. The Series 8, all of the watches these days are really refined, fine-tuned. They just work out of the box. And it's just a device that I didn't think I'd be so stoked on, but it's a great device, and I'm very happy that I purchased it. So those are the Apple products I use day in, day out. Some big winners: the iPhone, the M1 MacBook Air, the Apple Watch Series 8. And of course, the losers, things that I would not get again, the HomePod minis as well as the iPad. So I think that was just a rather fun roundup as to what I currently use every day and asking myself the question, would I buy it again? Well, there's your answer. All right, that's about it. Peace.